Higgins Concrete Manawatu Classic. Always throws up a good horse. All right. This year will no doubt be the same. The favourite in the golden black checks, Sherrif, number 2 of the Lindsays. Looks a very nice horse. A big ask here. Third start, Group 3. Bel Ragazzo, a couple of these. Had a crack in the Derby. He's a freak, one of those. The Mitigator stands up nicely on the inside. Will probably bounce to the lead. Gun Down, of course, Michael Coleman has picked up the ride. Bel Ragazzo and Troy Harris, who has picked up the ride on the favourite for the sires, Sword of Osman. All right, they've got this one in. The attendants doing a great job there. We're ready. Happy and racing now. Going back was Sherrif in the early part of the race. Bel Ragazzo went back as to Just Amaze. The Mitigator sprung away on the inside. Banstead is going up to have a look for the front, and it'll get it all right here, Banstead. Moral Mac moving to third, and then Cyclops. Kings V, the inside of Perriquet and Gundown is 3 out as they're about to run out of the home stretch. Joe's Legacy's tracking that. Bel Ragazzo is in the middle, and Just Amaze inside of those. They run to the crossing by the 1,550 metres, and then Sky Fighter around. Sherrif, third to last, your favourite. 2 to He's a Freak, and 3 lengths then to Rock on Wood. The second favourite is last of all, but the work is pretty genuine up top. And in front, the local Banstead. On the outside, Morel Mac, and then the Mitigator inside of Cyclops, nice and handy. Gun Down, 3 out around runners as they work down the back of the track. Perriquet the middle, and the filly Kings V. Joe's Legacy behind them. Just Amaze the inside. Bel Ragazzo the middle. Sherrif is looking to track up on those. Innes is looking to give it clear air and off the fence at that point. Skyfighter's the next. Rock on Wood goes through on the inside, and He's a Freak with those runners as they've worked very hard to the 800 metres, and still Banstead from Morel Mac as they run down the side. Cyclops has had a lovely run. It's the Higgins Concrete Manawatu Classic, 700 metres to go. Back over on the inside, the Mitigator. Gun Down goes forward. Perriquet in the middle, and then we've got Joe's Legacy, Kings V. In behind these runners, Bel Ragazzo. Sherrif is on the move now. Rock on Wood's trying to follow it. Then He's a Freak, Just Amaze, and Sky Fighter's the last as they turn in the Classic. And here Moral Mac outside of Banstead. After them over on the outside, Gun Down, Joe's Legacy. Sherrif is going to come right down the middle of the racecourse, and Bel Ragazzo's trying to get through as well. Here's Sherrif. Sherrif went up and hit the lead from Gun Down, Joe's Legacy, Bel Ragazzo, but Sherrif, a very good horse in the making, and Sherrif has been too good. Gun Down, a great run. Joe's Legacy behind them, Bel Ragazzo. Moral Mac, a tidy effort. Banstead as the next to Rock on Wood, Perriquet, and then Cyclops, the Mitigator, Kings V. Skyfighter, He's a Freak behind those runners, and Just Amaze. Brilliant ride again, Lethinus. Number 2, Sherrif, 281.50, and he gunned them down when he wanted him. Speaking of that, very good run, that horse. Gun Down, 3 wide and working. Pick up ride, Mickey Coleman. The wrap's back on him. It was a terrific effort. Joe's Legacy hits the line strongly, third. And Bel Ragazzo will be the fourth of them in. Beautiful ride, Leith, wasn't it? Looking to get off at the 1,200 metres. He just takes bad luck out of the equation early in the races. Gun Down was a heck of a run. And, of course, here fighting on the others. But no, he's a very, very good horse, and he'll go on to very good company. Sherrif, a name to remember.
Yeah, absolutely. The 11 Gun Down good, the 7 and the 4. We'll record what aftermath we can get around this particular race, but we have to head to 2 rows, so just 60 seconds away from start time. Getting their day underway, it will be meeting code 11.
You want to give us a quick word?
Champion. We're dancing on the strap anyway, so.
Yeah. Are we happy to just go, Pip? Are we happy to just go? We're recording? Okay, sweet. Good win.
Yeah, nice, super.
Robert, super performance from Sherrif, stepping up to 2,000 metres is only his third start in group level. That's a statement, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as you say, it's his third start to the races. He's gone 1,400 a mile and now to the 2,000, and very exciting the way he executed it today.
Yeah, when Leith brought him to the outside, he looked as though he was flat. He wasn't going to pick up, but man, he's got to turn a foot, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Leith actually made the comment that probably the middle of the track's a bit better, and he was dead right, you know. But he was a long way off him at the corner. He's done a huge job to pick them up.
What's in store for this guy? Are you thinking Queensland?
We'll take him home. I mean, of course, a horse like performing like this, that's an opportunity. But it obviously depends on the way he pulls up, and we'll make a decision on from there.
What sort of horse is he like at home?
Yeah, since we've gelded him, that's been the coming of age for him. You know, he's turned into a really nice gelding, and I mean, this is only the start of his career. Certainly very excited as to future in store. I think Jadane's probably become our favourite mare at the stable. We've had a bit of fun with progeny of her this year, so yeah, hopefully have some more.
Yeah, Von Tunderman obviously a star for her, but what about this bloke? What's his goal? Where will we see him end up? What's his limit?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully the sky's the limit. You never know. Yeah, I know Roger mentioned this morning, I think he's won this race 6 times. This is the 7th, and all the horses were gone on to do nice things, so hopefully these follow the similar way. And big shout out to the team at home. You know, he's been a horse we've all had a lot to do with, and it's just super to get these results for the owners, for the staff at home, and you know, it certainly brings a buzz around the stable. So
Congratulations, Robert.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
He's got there so quick it wasn't funny, and look, he's pulled up late, and
I'll just start again, sorry. Leith, that's a statement from a really promising 3-year-old.
yeah, I wasn't quite sure how I was travelling at the 600, so I give him a little bit of a tap, and he ended up getting there easy, and he won pulling up really.
For a horse to be doing that at only his third start in group level, it says a little bit about him, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Look, he's a progressive horse, and they've got a couple of good plans for him. Maybe he goes to Adelaide now or Brisbane.
Three beats 12 there in the first out of Rose Hill. Back here at Awapuni, we've just seen Sherrif take out the Manawatu Classic, the Higgins Concrete Manawatu Classic for the Lindsay ownership team. 3-year-old gelding by High Chaparral out of Jadane, who was a very good mare herself. So it's a wonderful family, and the star pedigree brought to you by Westbury Stud in front of you by High Chaparral out of the Danehill mare in Jadane, owned by the Lindsays. Well done to you all, and a horse that you can follow with a bit of confidence. This horse certainly going places, and Aidan caught up with connections post the race.